Hey guys, I know you can't see anything here because I'm gonna do a sketchbook tour. So it's been a while since I did one of these. This sketchbook actually came from 2017. I'm pretty sure this was in 2017. And it's got some of my heart series in it. It's got Arts 252 illustrations in it. It's got all really cool stuff. So we're gonna flip through this real quick and just share the sketchbook with you guys. This was entry number 1. I always feel like entry number 1 is supposed to be like super important, but for me, it's a mermaid, and that's because I'm thinking mermaid was in full effect. So this is from, obviously, I guess I started in May 2017, and that was the first entry. Had mermaids on the brain, and I don't know what that's from. I think this one is a little Starbucks mermaid throwback. That's not how you use that word. Tribute, shout out, whatever. I don't know. It's something I thought of. So I'm just gonna flip through this guy kind of slowly so you guys can check it out. But at this time, I've seen other sketchbook tours since this one. And the funny thing is that, here's Batman. This is from the Dark Knight series, which I was reading at the time. Frank Miller's Dark Knight. Very different Batman universe. But this is inspired by that, I'm sure. But a lot of people, like, I sketch one drawing, whatever. I was just about to say I do like one drawing per page, but then I turn the page and there's multiple small drawings. Anyway, my point to you guys for even saying that is that I see a lot of other people's sketchbooks and they use it for like actual sketching. And for a sketchbook, for me, at least not anymore. But when I started out, and like I said, this sketchbook comes from 2017, so I'd only been really started to really focus on drawing every day and doing illustrations and stuff like that for a couple of years. And while there's a few pages that you'll see like this where I'm just kind of trying to get ideas out, this is Mormon Crossing. I was thinking about my buddy at work. I drew that for him. But for me, my sketchbook acted more like this, where it was a place for me to like not only like get ideas down, but just like fully flesh out just like these images that was in my head that I just wanted to bring to life. Like these two in particular were just really, like, I didn't spend a ton of time on these, but these aren't just like throwaway sketches. This is like fully fleshed out illustrations that you could add color to and use for something, you know? Like this was a whole narrative that I had going in my brain. And I drew this out just because I wanted to draw an overpass. That's the only reason why I drew this whole scene. And like this whole scene had a backstory. It was set in the future. It was a time whenever robots took over the world and then they fell. I mean, I had this whole narrative behind just this one illustration. I don't know. It's just fun for me to explore. But getting back to my point is that the sketchbooks for me during this time is where I did like complete drawings. You'll see, like I said, you'll see a few pages like this, but like complete drawing, no sketches, no like trying to figure out the posing. I would just sit down and I would have this idea in my brain and just start drawing. So this is like the intro to my heart series. This is the second in that series where I was drawing 12 hearts. So this is the second group of 12. I'm just gonna flip through these. I've shown these so much over the years, either on my feed or in art shows, that I feel like everybody should know a lot of these hearts. This is a scratch page where I was kind of just getting some ideas down for future projects. So there's that. And then again, back to the hearts. But yeah, the hearts, I think the hearts are like the illustrations that haunt me. They're cool. I just think I'm over the hearts. I'm just over them. But people really like them still. But again, can you at least relate? Like I drew these in 2017 and people like still, it's like that was like my bestseller or something. I don't I don't know what I'm trying to say. This is a Wonder Woman design costume from or costume design from the same Frank Miller Batman universe. So really digging that. These are some studies I was doing while working at a school. I was kind of illustrating some kiddos that were helping me at my job. Anyway, those were fun. This is another one of the students. Let's see. Yeah, just like I have these ideas in my mind and just sit and sketch them. Another one of the hearts. This was a spoof off of the first day of school on social media. The first day of school doesn't come with just kids going to school, but with like tons of pictures of kids holding chalkboards and signs that's like first day of kindergarten, first day of 5th grade. So I did like a spoof of this gothic emo kid. It's like first day of 11th grade. It's like, come on, Mom. This is dumb. Oh, look, it's another heart. This one was actually requested. Someone gave me that idea. What is this? Oh, this is the illustration of the solar eclipse that happened. I think it was in August of 2017. So just kind of an illustration of that. What I really like about this is that, you know, I've got the busyness and the noise of the city depicted. And then whenever the moon passed over the sun, it cast everything in shadow. It seemed like the whole world just kind of stopped for a minute. It seemed like we're all on the same page for just a minute. And it quieted all this noise, quieted all this busyness, and we all kind of just stopped and looked up toward the sky. I was like, this is kind of cool. This is kind of magical. And so this illustration kind of illustrates that idea. Why can't I figure out new words? Anyway, hearts. I think actually this was the last of that heart series that I did for this. I don't know, for that series. I did 13 for that series. Anyway, just illustration of Texas when it was like raining all the time and floods were happening and still happening. This was a really fun illustration I did. I thought of it a long time ago and finally sat down and kind of inked it out. Oh, I do love coffee. Okay. I don't know. Just thought that would be fun. Here I am kind of just sketching out some ideas. This drawing never came to be. This is kind of a trope. I've seen this done before, but I thought it was cool, so I thought I'll take my hand at drawing it. This is actually the actual final one is here. So this was like the sketch where I was trying to figure out how I wanted this to look. This was an Art Stu 52 prompt. Velichor, I think was the name of it, was the prompt, which is kind of like the feeling or the smells you get from like bookstores. I want to say that was, never mind, I don't really remember. I'm going to stop talking. Just look at my pictures. They're really good. Here's the final rendering of that concept, which I really like. I was really proud of this. This was really fun to do. Oh, that's it. Wow, that went by super fast. That's the end of that book. Well, cool. Yeah, this is, I'm sure you guys, this is a Moleskine sketchbook. which I don't really use anymore. It's so funny. At 2017, I was so adamant about the certain book, and now I just draw on anything and everything. It's so funny to look back over my drawings. God, 2017, this doesn't seem that long ago, but that was 3 years ago. And I'm so different now. Anyway. Well, that was it. That's it for this one, guys. A quick sketchbook tour. Super quick. Let's see. Hey, I got a new rolly chair for my desk, so it's a little slippery. I'm still getting used to it, but that was super quick. I felt like I should talk more, just to give you guys more of a runtime. So I don't know if you want that or not, but here I am. Isn't it so funny when you look back at your work and you don't think that you changed that much from year to year, and then 3-4 years go by and you look back at things that you were thinking and doing, or you're reminded of where you were at that time, and you're all like, what was happening? I felt like last year, just because of the after death, I have grown into such a different type of artist and illustrator since then. I don't know how to put that more eloquently, but it's so funny how the things that I am focused on writing and drawing today look completely different than what I was doing for 2017, in 2017. And it's just so funny to go back and look. The sketchbook is almost like a time capsule into like where I was at, what I was thinking, what I was going through. Isn't that wild? I think that's wild. But anyway, I hope it wasn't too boring. I hope you like taking a peek into some of what my sketchbooks look like. Some of the sketches that don't see the light of day, but even back then, I was sharing everything. I was putting everything out there, like all the time. And I guess that was putting a lot of pressure on me, like I said before, to make every drawing in the book somewhat presentable, somewhat like Instagram ready, like ready to go on the internet. I didn't spend too much time conceptually thinking things out. I was just kind of like drawing and putting things on the page and just working my hands, just working on my craft. And now I don't do that so much anymore. Now I'm working on like longer, bigger projects that take a minute, but I'm way more satisfied in my work these days with the after death and doing comics. And I'll do a little design here and there, and I still try to make time to draw every day, but a lot of my creative juices just go into that comic strip and writing that. So very interesting how I feel like now I've got a purpose to my art, and back then it was just like I was just floating on a breeze, just I'll do this today, I'll draw this today, I should do another series. Anyway, not to complain, just to give you guys some insight. Anyway, hope you have a good rest of your day, and thanks for watching. If you want to see more of me rambling on unprofessionally, subscribe to this channel. Unprofessionalism is what I deliver in spades. Alright, bye guys.